Hey, Jess, thanks for everything.
Yeah, no problem. I think everyone's here today.
Yeah. A little speaker issue.
I can hear you.
I was getting an echo, so. And I hear we got a quorum.
Yes, I think everyone will be here.
Oh, wonderful. It's on now. Jeff, Andrew, good to see you. Eric, good to see you.
Good thing you too.
Hey, Mr. Chair, how you doing? Commissioner Morissette, how you doing?
Good, Tom.
Doing
Yeah.
well.
Good afternoon.
Hey,
Hello,
Jim.
Jim, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well.
Just waiting for a few more people from the commission to get on so we have a quorum.
Yeah, I'll text them quickly, but Eric and Dorothy did respond to me just a couple of hours ago, and then Betty had said that she was going to be here on Monday.
Betty Bucks joined us. So, Jessica, thank you.
Okay, does it work now? Okay.
Welcome, Betty.
Thank you.
Are you back in Annapolis?
For a couple weeks, yeah.
Okay.
But then I'll be in Europe all of July, August, June, July, and August.
Oh man.
Hey.
Awesome.
Wonderful to retire.
I hear you. Jeff Sharp Chai.
I thought you might take notice of that. Pretty nice, huh?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
It's funny. Our chairman has decided that he doesn't think ties are things he needs so much anymore. So he very graciously donated a bunch up here. And it was funny. I kind of describe it as pigeons flocking to bread out on the city street here when the ties came up. Everybody was around grabbing from them. So there are days when we're all wearing kind of the same ties, sort of, not the same because they're really no two alike, but all interesting.
Well, trust me, everybody laughs because I used to be wearing St. John suits, and now it is in the winter sweatshirts and pants, and in the summer shorts and t-shirts.
You go.
I think you're onto something.
I
Mhm.
went from 70 ties to 6,
Oh,
and I've only had to wear one.
Good
There you
afternoon,
go.
guys. I apologize for my tardiness, but I've been toiling in anonymity.
All right. All right. So I'm going to open the meeting now. We have a quorum. So we have Chairman Silverstein, Vice Chairman Morissette, Secretary Poole, Commissioner Buck, and we can open the meeting. I need approval of the April 17, 2025 meeting minutes. Need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Mr. Executive Director?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to, I see also we have Commissioner Rosarian just joined us, so welcome.
Oh, great.
Mr. Chair, just to mix this up a little bit, last month was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the banter and the back and forth and discussion. So I'm at least going to throw some other voices in here today with some of my colleagues. I'll start things off. Since when we last met, I made mention that we had 2 webinar in our series of at least 4 scheduled to be conducted, and that they would be by the time we next met. They were. One was last week, and then one was the week before that. The first one was our manufacturing tier. We visited three of our manufacturers, 1 brewer, 1 winery, 1 distillery. I think it went very well. It was attended by 50-ish or so people. Some good questions by some of the attendees. The next one was held the following week, and it was a wholesale tier. We interviewed one of our beer wholesalers and one of our wine and spirits wholesalers. And again, I think it went well. And again, we were in that 50 or so range of attendees. I was kind of happy to see that at least one person, someone I don't know, attended both. So hopefully we've got an aspiring entrepreneur in our midst here, and somebody that'll be helping out, or maybe helping out our industry as we move a little forward, or our economy. And our final final webinar that actually deals with the business itself is scheduled for July 14th. So that'll be the retail tier. I'm really looking forward to it. I have to say, each of you should be very proud of this crew that we all get to work with, because these people who put this together, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, it will eventually be up on our website. It may already be available on the Small Business Development Center's website, which is part of the Department of Commerce for the state. But they did a really, really nice job. I have to give it, again, a special shout out. There's a whole crew, a whole bunch of people. But Mike Wynn put this whole thing together and kind of had in his mind what it was going to look like. And Benton Green, who may or may not be online with us now, had a drone. So you're going to see some footage that's just neat perspectives and things. And there's some neat products. So I'm really proud of those. So then what I'd like to do is moving forward, it's just the regular portion of our meeting where we start to report out some of the facts. I'm going to turn it over to Jeff Herndon, Director of Field Enforcement, to give you an update on inspections and various different events that took place. Jeff?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Reporting out for the month of April, agents across the state conducted 268 alcohol inspections, 318 retail tobacco inspections, and logged 288 inspections for unlicensed cannabis sales. During those inspections, agents had 18 reportable incidents, which resulted in seizures of illegal or illicit products from those locations. Other tobacco products, they seized 20,356 sticks with an estimated tax loss of $16,612. 372 packs of cigarettes that were either unstamped or counterfeit stamped, and that yielded an estimated tax loss of $1,851. And they seized 159 gallons of combined liquor, which yielded an excise tax loss of $79.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. About a week and a half ago, we had three vacancies in our agency. I will introduce you to someone who came on board with us last Wednesday in just a moment. That took up one of our vacancies. Our next vacancy, our second vacancy, was one for an agent in the Field Enforcement Division. I'm happy to say that person is going to start working with us on May 28th, which will take us to 100% no vacancy on our enforcement team. So that's wonderful. And then we'll have one remaining vacancy that we're working on now to make certain we get really the best use of that position. So we're analyzing how we want to use that last position. But before I go any further, I'd like to introduce to you Andrew Garrison. And just if you're starting to see a theme here, we try to make it easy for us and for you. If you yell Jeff and somebody doesn't respond, then yell Andrew and somebody will respond. There's so many of either of us that's your best bet. But I'd like to introduce to you Andrew Garrison. Andrew comes to us by way of the Maryland Cannabis Administration most recently. And before that, the Department of Legislative Services. You may have heard his name mentioned for a while. He was integral in really setting up the Cannabis Administration along with Will Tilburg then. And Andrew, we were just very lucky that Andrew was looking for some other opportunities in the state. We kind of heard about it and made an offer, and he accepted it. So we're thrilled to have him as Director of our Financial Administration and Accountability Division. Using the word accountability because we're going to try and make certain that we hold ourselves to what our core function and operations are, and that we're meeting whatever's necessary for us to do, that we're doing it and getting it out in front of everybody to see. So if we could, Andrew, can you just come online or on camera for a moment, and introduce yourself and tell the commissioners just a little bit about yourself?
Good afternoon, all. Thanks for the introduction. As the executive director mentioned, Andrew Garrison. I've been here in the state for 7 years now. 4 of that was with the Department of Legislative Services, particularly in the budget office. I also staffed the joint audit committee there. And so that's really going to be a focus of mine as I dive into the work here, really looking at the fiscal processes that we have in place and then building in some of those additional accountability measures and trying to see how we can be reporting those out to you all as well as the public. And then, of course, the last 3 years, we're with the Maryland Cannabis Administration. Of course, for, you know, as you guys are aware, a lot of that was setting up the new market. So I joined that agency just before the ballot initiative and spent a lot of time and effort into establishing the license side of the market there. And so I'm looking forward to contributing over on this side of the shop with implementing some of the processes. And I do have to say, you know, it's been a little bit over a week now, but I've already been impressed with the current fiscal team that we have here in place and some of the processes, and I'm just looking forward to improving that. And so I appreciate the opportunity that the ACCT has afforded me, and looking forward to working with you all.
Thanks, Andrew. And I'll just have to make an additional comment here that I think was so impressive. Well, it was so impressive for us. It really made us take a look at Andrew long before he was available. When we were working to put together, or I should say, update the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission from the Medical Cannabis Commission to the Maryland Cannabis Administration with the adult use of cannabis. One of our big operations was to figure out what this agency would look like, assigning pins, figuring out what it would cost. And Andrew's background and extensive knowledge through the Department of Legislative Services and just budget generally allowed us to create incredible documents that, under scrutiny, received 0 corrections or updates. And I mean, this was a lot. This was a big deal. And there was a lot of documents. And he came in exactly right on the money to the penny where he said everything was going to fall, and it did. So we really lucked out by grabbing him. And Andrew, just so glad to have you here.
Welcome.
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 And to kind of close out, since we've already heard from Jeff, and now Andrew, I'd like to bring Andrew on, Andrew Waters. He's the reason that the rest of us exist. It's he and his division that license our legitimate businesses and provide the regulatory enforcement on those businesses as well. So Andrew, would you come on and give us an update of what's going on, your licensing statuses, the variety of statuses, the variety of technology programs that we have in place, and kind of give us a sense of where we are?
Hey, sorry about that. I think I dropped for a second. Good afternoon, everybody. To give you an update, as of May 1st, we are now sending out all of our newly issued and renewed licenses and permits digital. This is a big step for us. We have gone decades with the good old-fashioned paper process, but now we're moving to an online system, and we are going to be launching the first week of June. So this is very big news. We are extremely excited. It's going to save everyone a bunch of time, just in terms of filling out the application, sending it out. Good old-fashioned way. We just wrapped up our April renewals. We've processed 80% of our existing license holders. The remaining 20%, we have not received any documentation from as of today. There's always a few stragglers, and we do have some businesses that we know will be closing. Within the next few weeks, we'll be sending out our trade practices team just to make sure that the business is still in operation, make sure everybody got their paperwork in on time. And as everything is moving, we're already in our June renewal cycle. Luckily, we have until June 30th until those expire, but we're ahead of the game. Already have 35% renewed as of today. So, Jeff, back to you.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. And you froze up just a little bit on this, but the long and short of it is 80% renewals for the most recent licensing period are completed. And what I'm really happy to say, very proud to say, is that the reason the other 20% aren't there are not because of a backlog on our end. These are all because our applicants or our license holders haven't completed. So no backlog on our end. Things are moving very, very smoothly. And he mentioned that we'll be sending out trade practices, and at least Betty will know what this means. It'll be Lou Berman and his team coming out to make sure that everybody's either licensed or intends to get licensed real quick, because it's time. So that's getting ready to happen. I kind of already mentioned this, jumped the gun a little bit, just simply saying that we're going to be having our retailers webinar on July 14th. So we'll do a lot to advertise that. I should let you know that this morning, Tom Akris and I, Tom's the director of our legal legislative division, we met with the state's attorney for Baltimore City to discuss the upcoming implementation effective July 1st of this year regarding the labeling requirements for cannabis products and specifically for the illicit market and our role and what we would hope that we can get from assistance. And it was a terrific meeting. The state's attorney Bates was couldn't have been more welcoming and I say really understanding of what the situation is, what we're all facing, and how to go about collectively trying to enforce and get compliance on those issues. So it's a very, very good meeting. And Mr. Chair and Commissioners, I think that is the end of my report.
Okay, do we have any new business? Anybody have anything to bring before the commission?
I think Betty.
I have two quick comments. One, for you guys that don't know how the process works with licensees, what I just heard saying that it's now all online is thoroughly amazing. I cannot tell you how much easier that will be for all of us on the other side of it. And the fact that you guys have accomplished it is amazing. And if you don't know Lou Berman and the trade practice issues, please take an opportunity to get to know him. After decades in the industry, if I ever had a question, the first call I made was to Lou Berman to say, the brewery wants this. Is it legal or not legal? And he real quickly would tell me exactly what trade practice it was, whether it wasn't, and whether he and I would have another conversation if I carried on. But on another note, I just want to tell you guys, as the longest serving commissioner, I appreciate all the work you've done. I've known Jeff for decades and a lot of the other people. The work you do every day for all of the wholesalers and the retailers is crazy amazing. And you should be so proud of the staff that you guys have. They are just incredible. And technically, I don't know yet, I haven't heard, but my commission is up June 1st. So I don't know what that means, but I just wanted to take the chance to thank everybody and tell you how much I really have enjoyed it. And as I said, I will be out of commission June, July, and August. So I guess we'll find out in the interim what's going on.
If I hear something, I'll let you know.
Ah,
And thank you, Betty, for that so much. And I have to say, I appreciate your comments about Lou. Yeah, it's a funny thing. I think if you can't get a hold of Lou, I'm usually the second person people call. And the reason I'm the second is they ask me if I know where Lou is, and then I just go find him. So I'll still serve in that capacity as long as I can.
Well, the other thing is, Jeff, you've built a great team.
mhm.
Yeah.
And you've got really high quality individuals and you're producing a product that is very helpful to the people that you serve.
Mhm.
And so I want to congratulate you and the team.
Yeah, thank you. I truly just mean this sincerely. I'm just the lucky guy who gets to be, at times the face. This is an incredible group of people who don't seem to have anything other than just trying to be of help and service. That's it. That drives and motivates them. So I'm very, very fortunate. Thank you for all of you commissioners and recognizing that. Yeah.
Okay, if there isn't any other new business, I'd ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
I second it.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. See you next month.
Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Enjoy
Bye-bye.
the vacation, Betty.
Bye, everyone.